2011 Sprinter, Freightliner Sprinter, or Mercedes Sprinter, and we're doing a conversion on it. It's the high ceiling, cargo style, single door. So it originally came with a floor, so that saved a step on it. And then from there on, the hardest parts, we had to figure out where the tanks fell. So below here is the gray tank for the shower and to be sink, and then the vent pipe would tie it in. And then we figured out the run of the outside shower, and then we have the city water field for the tank, which will be here. We haven't installed it yet, but we do have it. And then the city water field for the hose. In the ceiling wise, we have the standard Dometic air conditioner at 13.5 zoned, and then the furnace is in the rear. With picks, we decided to use picks to run the wires in to prevent them from being pinched or cut or vibration damage in the future before we foam the ceiling. And the little can LED lights will go in here, so we have them pre-marked to help keep the foam out. And the body wires towards the tail lights, we're running it all in picks behind the wall before we foam it, so it don't get pinched or damaged in the future. That's the tail lights, brake lights, and license plate and such. And on the front center, we ran a camera view. This van has the solid rear doors at the moment. We're not sure if we're going to put windows in it. So what we have is a mirror monitor. Once we change the windshield, we'll put the new mirror on, and this wire is for the video cable to feed all the way to the rear for a rear view camera. And then we'll have speakers and stuff as we put the headliner back in. And then rough wiring in, we still at the point of rough wiring. We got feeds to the water pump, to the monitor panel, interior lights, power supplies for USBs and whatnot, and we also have power for the thermostat for the air conditioner on this side, and then light switches, of course, in the panels. Then we're moving this way. Same thing. We're going to put this in tubing tomorrow morning. I'm out of tubing, so I have to pick up some more supplies. And then we got the bathroom. We did the termination valve out in the back. It took a second to figure out tying in the black and the gray, being so confined in a short space. Fuel tanks, rear, fender wells for the rear tires and all that. Everything had to play with frame chassis and all the other obstruction we encountered, but finally got it. Using a porcelain style toilet with the shower pan assembly. It has the holding tank built on it, which is a 14-gallon holding tank for the black, which is the toilet tank, and then of course the gray's underneath, as I said earlier, and then the backsplash and tubs around. And then in the back we have the plumbing running through. We tying in right here, which is our water heater. It's a gas and electric dual element style, dual heating style. And then the furnace sits right here, which we're going to foam first for insulation, and then we'll drop it in for the, and then we have our shore power, which is 30 amp. This side lower, where the below the bed will be a heat duct, and this side will be the power center on that side. It's kind of a mess right now. It's just being used as a work table, but we'll start putting in bed supports after we foam. We didn't want to go too far where we can walk around and get the foam and the gun and the crevices. Well, once we're done foaming, we'll clean it out and start putting structure back. This side, we ran a stink pipe out from behind the toilet, and it came out through the ceiling. And the skylight, we're going to redo the skylight framework. It was obtained like that when we got the van. It's not correct, so we're going to reframe it and re-secure it and caulk, self-level it with the die-core self-leveling. Most of our building supplies came from Bond Sugar Surplus in White Pigeon, Michigan. You can contact the sales team out there, and they can sell you just about everything we have in this van, from seats to plumbing ports, appliance ports, and you name it. Skylar, Derek, and all the other guys are great people to deal with. They also ship out of state, so give them guys a call if you have a van project you guys are dealing with. And that's pretty much it till we finish up a little wiring, and then we'll do a cleanup, reevaluate everything in here. It's kind of a mess, and a lot of it is trim. We're going to put a drop ceiling, so it's going to hide a lot of the, you won't see none of the wire. We're going to we have pre-ripped OSB strips for the gussets of the van, and that'll give us the 1/4-inch sticks. So once we fasten them here, it'll give us some wood to staple, as most RVs are. We use the little D10 staples, and we can staple the ceiling panels and all that to clean it up. That's going to be a little bit further in the project, but yep, that's where we at right now. 2011 Freightliner, which is a Mercedes Sprinter 3.0 turbo diesel. Trying to get it wrapped up towards the fall, and we'll continue and see you guys on the next video.